Hello everyone, this is Sean from droidmedic.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing an app by the name of EMS Notes. This app is available for $4.99 on the Android market. Essentially what it is a note-taking tool for EMS professionals, whether you be BLS, ALS, critical care, whatever it is that you do. This app's pretty handy. Essentially what it does is it eliminates the need to have to write anything down on your glove or on a piece of paper or whatever it is that you use. This stores all the information so you can pull it up later, either for documentation purposes or for doing a radio report or handing off information at the hospital. It's a really neat app. I'm going to run through it from head to toe with you. Bear with me. There's a lot to go over. It's a really cool app. I think you're going to like it. This is the home screen right here. You could see this is the information panel here. There's 4 different panels you can go to, either the information, your vital signs, any treatment, and then a summary of everything that you've put in. So we're on the info screen, which is the home screen. So you've got your run ID up here. You could, let's see, you could put in whatever number you want. So if your run number or trip number, whatever you call it, was 25636. You could put that in there to reference it later when you go to do your paperwork. These other features here work very similar to a quick log. For those of you that are familiar with EPCRs, you probably already know what that is. If you don't, essentially what it is a timestamping utility. When you hit it, for example, I'm going to hit dispatch. Okay, I just hit dispatch. Well, it just marked, okay, I was just dispatched to that call, so now I have a time there. I can say, alright, I'm en route, we're in the unit, we're driving. It once again timestamps 1416. Once again, when we get on scene, you can hit that there. Okay, we had less than a minute response time, we're doing good. Supervisor's probably going to be happy. We've got here base contact, or patient contact rather, transporting, arriving at the hospital, and the time we cleared. You could put your mileage in, very handy. So we'll say maybe your service starts out at 0s, and we had a short transport time, we'll say distance of 5 miles. It's not too bad. Alright, so that covers the call information. This is pretty handy once again for your documentation. Now when we move into the patient section here, just select patient, you could put their name, their phone number, their address, all of that. That's all handy. It's all going to be needed for documentation and billing purposes. My only concern with this is making sure that you delete this when you're done, so that you're not violating HIPAA if someone else gets your phone or someone else somehow gets a hold of the information. But with that aside, it is handy. I have used it. I just have to make sure that I delete it when I'm done. Okay, so we can go to Chief Complaint. Here you can select one of many preset ones, or you can type in a manual one up here at the top. Well, we'll say that, let's go back to patient. We'll say that it's me. So we'll put me in. Alright, and we'll just leave it at that. And we'll go to Chief Complaint. Let's say that I'm having I had a syncopal episode and chest pain, so I'm not in very good shape right now. So we can hit this back button here, or you can just hit the back button on your phone. They both work the same. Allergies, I'm not allergic to anything, so we can hit in NKDA, past medical history, let's see, asthma, and we'll make up one, prior stroke. There we go. I'm really in bad shape. Okay, then you can list all the medications. It's got a lot of commonly used ones here. Obviously, the creator of this app put a lot of work into this, or you can manually enter whatever you like. So we'll just say I take aspirin. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the info section. Oh, I'm sorry, other than the call information, you could put the call location, what you were dispatched for, where you transported to. Once again, all just a reference later for documentation purposes. Almost seems like this thing could be used as its own PCR. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so let's go to vital signs. Once again, you can use this like a quick log, or you can manually enter in a time for your vitals. So we'll say we did our vitals at 14:30. We set that. You can set blood pressure. Let's see, 170 over 110. So a little hypertensive. Probably need to lay off the all the coffee. Let's see, heart rate, we'll say I'm 120. I'm a little amped up. I'm getting transported, not real happy. Pain scale, just like everybody, we'll say 10 out of 10. I'm hurting. Alright, SpO2, 99%. What do we got here? Respirations, 24. GCS. Okay, this is pretty cool. It's got a basically a calculator for you. We'll say I'm a GCS of 15. Blood glucose, we'll say that's 120. You get the point. And then also you can select the EKG, and you can either enter it in manually, or we can say like sinus rhythm. Obviously if my heart rate's over 100, it's sinus tach, but for time's sake we'll keep this simple. So we hit the back button. I've put one set of vitals in, and I've got my time documented. You can put some notes in here if you want to, like about skin signs or anything that's not mentioned. It's also got an OB contraction timer. So if I've got contractions less than a minute, probably need to hurry up and get me to the hospital, or prepare to deliver a baby. So you just hit the check mark here to enter it, and then it brings you up to a blank screen, which is your opportunity to put in a second, third, fourth set of vitals, whatever you want to do. So now we go down here to treatment. It's got pretty much all of the major treatments that we do. It's got a list of medications: IV, oxygen, CPAP, pretty much anything you can think of. If something that you do is not listed here, the writer of this app is really good about accepting emails, and he gets stuff added in there pretty quick. He's essentially working out of the front seat of his ambulance, and so he understands what you're going through. He wants us to be good for everyone. He knows you're spending your hard-earned money on it, so he's going to make it good for you. So let's say, okay, we started an IV now, 18 gauge in the left EJ. We'll see, you couldn't get a line on me, so we did that. Alright. Once again, this works like a quick log. When you put that in there, it's going to assume that the time that you entered it was the time that you did the intervention. We'll say oxygen, 15 liters, non-rebreather mask. And I wasn't doing so hot after that, so you started CPR now. There we go. Okay. So we'll call it good on that for treatment. Actually, we'll go down here to drug list just so you can see what's on here. We'll say amiodarone since you had to start CPR. 350. Okay, boom, we're there. So now you've entered in your call information, your patient information, all your times, your vital signs, your treatment. Now you go over here to the fourth panel, which is summary, and it shows a log of everything that you've done. This is pretty cool, especially for documenting and being able to show the facility when you did everything and what you've done. You can store this as long as you want by hitting archive. Another really cool feature is the ability to email it. One thing that I had thought about was being able to email the hospital when when I'm en route to give my radio report, saying, hey, I just emailed you a copy of the information, so they have it. You can just set email. Let's erase my buddy's email off there, and we'll put my email address. We'll put Sean@medicmadness.com. Bear with me here. I'm doing this screencast. I'm essentially streaming this from my phone to my computer. The frames per second is not very good, but until they get better about installing apps on the emulator. This is kind of what I'm stuck with, so bear with me. Alright, so send email now. Alright, now it's sent. If you go to droidmedic.com for the written review on this, I'll have a copy of the summary that we just did and what the report format looks like. So once again, this is EMS Notes. It is available in the Android market for $4.99. It's a very handy app. He's constantly updating it. Definitely worth the money. I'm pleased with it. I have a couple suggestions that I'm going to be sending him. If you have suggestions, I would recommend that you do the same. Once again, this is Sean from droidmedic.com. Be sure to check out the review section to look for the written review of this. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again.